We move away from Congo to Sudan, where the government has recalled its ambassador from neighboring Egypt for consultations. This is coming from the country's foreign ministry, although no details have been given on why or how long he would stay. Egypt says it's evaluating the situation in order to take appropriate action. Relations have been hurt by disputes over the ownership of the Halayeb Triangle border area and over the use of the water from the River Nile that passes through the territories. Sudan has accused Cairo in time past of political meddling and banning imports of their agricultural products. In May 2017, Sudanese President Omar al-Bashir accused Egypt of providing military support for armed rebels in his country, which was strongly denied by the Egyptian leadership. Well, let's talk more about this with a former Nigerian ambassador to Ethiopia and a permanent representative to the African Union and the ECA, Ambassador Olusegun Akisoya. Thanks for your time, Ambassador.
Yes, thank you very much.
Now, what do you think is the cause for this action?
Well, power recall
we'll continue this conversation with Ambassador.
Diplomatic weapon that is being used, a tool in interstate relations for countries to register their protests or to send signals on any issue that is of concern to them. So what Sudan has done in this case is to register a protest. In most cases, it might not lead to a tit for tat, or it might not lead to severance of diplomatic relations. But what it means, in essence, is that there has to be a management of the issues. Yes, what is coming out from the Egyptian side, foreign ministry, it is country. They are evaluating the situation. It might well be that maturity will set in terms of the relations, the long-standing relation between the two countries. But at the same time, there are lingering problems for which the Sudan has now reacted. And it now behoves on the government of Egypt to either study the situation based on the reports that will come from the ambassadors, and then they will react appropriately by issuing a statement.
But Egypt's foreign ministry says it's evaluating the situation to take appropriate action. What do you make of all this?
Well, appropriate action might be in terms of a reciprocal action. It might be in terms of a tit for tat. Or it might well be in terms of meeting of the mind to be able to really speed up negotiations that will lead to the result of the situation. But of course, it takes a country a while to be able to recall an ambassador. As I said, it's a diplomatic tool that is used in interstate relations to register a process and also to send the right signals. Because what has been happening in the Horn, including Egypt, it has been a lingering problem that before it gets to this stage, I'm sure that a lot of efforts will have been put in before Sudan can now decide to recall his ambassador.
Ambassador, we're aware that Sudan had accused Cairo of political meddling and banned imports of Egyptian agricultural products last year. Do you see the two countries mending fences anytime soon?
Well, as I said, the problems have been lingering. It has been a lingering problem in the home. And what is interesting here is that Sudan and Egypt have been allies. They have been allies as against Ethiopia that, has been on the other side in terms of the colonial agreements that they have had over the years, over which there is this dispute. But what is now playing out is that problem is taking a new turn because they have been, I was privileged as Nigerian ambassador in Addis Ababa to follow through these processes. There have been, of course, the colonial agreements that, that Ethiopia is not favor, that has been the subject of this, contrary to Egypt and Sudan and other riparian areas, like even Uganda and others. But what is now coming up is that it is really now becoming a very serious problem. And the Horn of Africa is very fragile, very volatile in terms of terrorist activities, issues of arms, and what is more than economic interest is very important in this issue. These are dry lands in which the river Nile passes through the territory, and the share of the water for irrigational purposes, for economic development, and also for food security is very important. Ethiopia has more advantage because it's in the upper hand. And they're also building a dam. That is the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, which is really going to be a very good source of power and development. But in Egypt has over the years not been very hard because Egypt is a dry land.